Hello and welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hi everyone, I'm Mike.
And I'm Sam.
And today we are going to begin a 3-day look at settling into college life, university life. This is usually when people will be studying abroad, going to school in a foreign country. How exciting. And maybe when you do that, you will be living in a dorm. This is a special place. It's kind of like a bedroom, hotel, sleeping building for students and other people. But of course, here we're talking about students. And well, I lived in a dorm when I was a really little kid away at school, but it was like 12 boys living in a big room, all sharing it together. That's quite different from university or college dorms, right? I didn't stay in a dorm in university, but you did.
Yes,
so
I did.
Is it something you enjoyed? Did you like dorm life?
Yeah, I did because the one really fun thing about living in a dorm is that you're in a big building with lots of other people.
Right.
And so when you kind of leave your room, there's going to be tons of people to meet and make friends with and go do stuff together. That part's great. And also I had a slightly different dorm experience because usually a dorm room is set up, at least in America, most American colleges, they're set up as a room for 2 people, and then on the floor, there's a bathroom for showering and bathroom and all that kind of stuff.
So
you
not
don't
like
have a
a
bathroom
hotel where you have your own bathroom for each room, a big bathroom, more like a gym or something like that.
And it does kind of depend because there's different layouts of dorms and things like that. But I got kind of lucky that on my floor, somehow we ended up in a triple dorm room that had its own bathroom and shower. So there were 3 of us, but we got our own bathroom.
Luxury.
So it was really
Was
fun.
that something you had to pay more money for? It was just luck?
No, it was totally just luck. I also ended up on the international floor, which also I have no idea how that happened. So it was just a luck of the draw.
There you go. So it can be a great part of your college experience outside of classrooms and other things. Dorm life can be a big part of the fun that you might have when you go away for school. So let's find out all about it with Christina and Tiffany in our dialogue. Christina is talking to Tiffany in their dorm room.
Hi, I'm Christina. You must be my new roommate, Tiffany.
Hi, Christina. How do you like ABC Hall?
It's a bit confusing. I kept getting lost when I was moving in.
No way. Me too. However, I think I got the hang of it now.
All right, so let's get into our dialogue. First, we'll look at the title just a little more carefully. Studying abroad. Of course, for those who don't know, abroad means in another country. You could say studying overseas as well, right? In a foreign country, not your home country. And there you might be staying in a dorm. We've used this word a lot and we will continue to. So let's talk about it for a second. This is actually the short version of a longer word, dormitory, D-O-R-M-I-T-O-R-Y. And that basically means a building where people sleep. I think that's the basic meaning of it. Dorm, actually door, I think comes, the French word for sleep is to dorm, right?
I think so, yes.
So it comes from sleeping, and we would say the dorm is the whole building. So if you're walking around outside in the university, oh, that's my dorm, that's the gym, that's the library. These are big buildings on the university grounds or campus, and your space would be your dorm room. So it's kind of like there's the hotel, this is my hotel room, this is my dorm room. And as Sam said, generally you share these with at least one other person. So here we are, getting to know the dorm, the place you will be living, sleeping, spending your free time. What's going on?
Well, we have 2 people, and it says Christina is talking to Tiffany in their dorm room. So they're already studying abroad, they're already in a different country, and these 2 girls are sharing the dorm room, so they each have a bed in this room, and they're talking to each other, probably discussing normal college life at the time.
Getting to know each other. I mean, this is a little weird. You're going to be sleeping with a stranger. But I guess after what, 5 days, a week, this stranger is not a stranger anymore, and within a few weeks they could be your best friend in the world at school, at least. But it is a little bit awkward, I guess, uncomfortable at the beginning, getting to know someone who will be sleeping just a few meters away from you in the same room. So let's try to do this well from the beginning. Get off to a good start. So Christina says, "Hi, I'm Christina. You must be my new roommate, Tiffany." So you'll know the name of the person. They'll probably have a sign on the door that has your names or something, but that's about all you might know.
Yes, and so Tiffany says, "Hi, Christina. How do you like ABC Hall?" So this ABC Hall must be the name of the whole dormitory.
Because they might have many dorms.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so that's the name of the dorm that they're living in. And so Tiffany's kind of like, "How do you like it? Is it good, or how are we doing? Okay in this place, or did we get the bad dorms?" Because sometimes there's the good dorms, and then there's the dorm that's on the other side of the school.
I see.
That's considered the not so good
Because
dorm.
in the winter time, you have to walk a long way in the cold to get to your classes. That's a good tip.
And we have this word hall, and as we're using it here, we're saying this ABC Hall is the name of this building, so it's calling this dorm kind of a hall. Now, a lot of times you see this word in the word hallway when you're talking about a path that goes down down a big building, like for example, a hotel. If you're walking down the hall, and then you will have the doors on either side of you, and you need to walk down to find your room. So this ABC Hall could be the whole dorm. It also could be related to actually this floor. So we don't know exactly, because sometimes the entire dormitory will have different types of halls, meaning different floors are called different things. Just like I was on the international floor of my dormitory, but that wasn't the name of my dorm. But again, most of the time you see this, you are seeing it for this kind of hallway. But you can also use it like a big building for doing different things, like a dining hall or a concert hall, a place that you eat dinner, a place that you go watch a concert. So it can also just be a big building that's used for a specific purpose.
Okay, so it wouldn't probably be ABC dorm. They might call it ABC Hall or Smith Hall or Joan Washington Hall, who knows. Often named after a famous person from the school or something like that. All right, so it just means building, in other words. Okay, there we know. Now we know a little bit about that. Let's take a little bit of a pause here and come back to our dialogue in just a moment.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字。第一个 dorm 名词宿舍，它是 dormitory 的口语用法。The dorm is very close to the hospital. 宿舍离医院非常近。下一个单字 hall 名词学生宿舍。Most students moved into the hall last week. 大部分的学生上周搬进了学生宿舍。那我们接着回到課文當中。
All right, we are back. So Christina is talking to Tiffany, her new roommate, her new dorm. Do you say dorm mate?
Yes, you can say
dorm mate, the person she shares a room in the dorm with. So as Christina says, it's a bit confusing. Yes, when you go to a big new school or a new country, when you're doing something new for the first time, sometimes you don't understand things. So it's a well, I go here and then I go there, and ABC Hall, is that across from DEF Hall or on the other? I don't know. I have many questions and not a lot of information. It's confusing. Christina says, I kept getting lost when I was moving in. And yes, some of these universities and the grounds, the campus can be really big. You might actually need a map to kind of find your way around. It would be easy to get lost because you've only been there for a few hours or a day or two.
Yes, and they are really big.
And they can be really, really big,
yes. Yes, and so Tiffany says, no way, me too. So she also got lost quite often when she was trying to move her stuff into the dorm. But then she says, however, I think I got the hang of it now. So she's finally kind of got the idea, knows which way to turn, which door to open, which way to go, that she can go from the ground floor to her dorm in one smooth motion and not keep getting lost.
That is good. And yes, with a little bit of practice and a little bit of time, you'll probably get the hang of it very easily. That just means become comfortable with something. Remember how they were confused before? Well, when you start to understand things, when you have fewer questions, you're like, oh, okay, now I know about that. You're getting the hang of it. You're getting the hang of something. Your first day on the job, you've never done this before. The first time you're playing a game, if you've never played a card game and your friends are teaching you the rules, you would get the hang of it after a few minutes. You're not an expert. You're not amazing. You don't know everything about it, but you're becoming comfortable. You're getting used to it. You're learning as you go.
刚刚老师提到了这2个短语，第一个 get lost 迷路 ，lost 是形容词，意思是迷路的。我们来看看这个例句 ：We got lost in this big city。我们在这个大城市里迷路了。下一个短语 get the hang of something， 掌握某事物的要领技巧。hang 在这里是名词，意思是要领诀窍。我们来看看这个例句。After some practice, I got the hang of driving. 练习一段时间后，我掌握了开车的要领。那我们接着回到课文当中。
All right, we will take a quick break now, and then we will be back to the dorm to find out more about Christina and Tiffany's first days at school.
Great. So you can tell me where the laundry room is.
It's in the basement, and the machines run on quarters.
Quarters? I don't have any of those.
Don't worry, there's a change machine in the laundry room too.
All right, so Christina and Tiffany, I think we can probably guess they are freshmen at this new university, this new college. They're getting used to things, figuring things out in their first days at school, but now they're just figuring things out. Christina, she starts our dialogue again by saying, "Great!" So she's really excited about something. Oh, that was because Tiffany was saying, I was confused before, but I'm getting the hang of it. I'm starting to understand things. So for Christina, who is still confused, this is really good news. Oh, thank goodness, someone who can tell me what's going on. And she does actually have one very important question. Great, says Christina. So you can tell me where the laundry room is. Well, that's a good thing to figure out.
Yes.
Maybe not on your first day, but after 2 or 3 days, you will want to wash clothes.
Yes.
Because I think going through a whole year of university smelling really bad, that won't be very good for you.
No, you won't make too many friends if you are.
You'll need to know where to wash and to find food.
Yes. And so Tiffany says it's in the basement.
Oh, right there in the building.
Yeah, so as most dorms are, they do have many washing machines in the actual building, so you don't have to go to a laundromat.
So you do your own washing, but you don't have to go away or far away outside. Okay, well, that's okay.
And the machines run on quarters. So Tiffany doesn't just know where it is, she also knows how does it work and what you might need to go wash your clothes. And so she says that it's in the basement. Now, a basement is just the floor of a house that is underground. So you have the ground floor is at the actual ground level, then you've got first floor, second floor, if you're going up. But then if you're going down, then you've got the basement. So you've got maybe basement 1, basement 2, basement 3. We see that a lot here in Taiwan with parking garages. It'll say B1, B2, B3. So you've got basement 1, basement 2, basement 3. So the floors that are underground.
Exactly. We often put things to store down there. In a house, it might have your washing machine or other things. So it's underground. It's easy to get to, but there won't be many windows probably down there. And yes, when you do get to the basement to use the laundry, to use the machines there, of course, you have to pay to use them. It's not all free. Too bad. But it's not too much. It'll only take a few quarters. Well, maybe 4 or 8 quarters, so that would be $1 or $2, because a quarter is 1/4 or 25% of 100 or of 1 or of a larger number. 25% or 1/4 a quarter. Of course, in America, we have 100 cents that makes $1, so a quarter would be 25 cents, just like it's 25% of 100. Actually, from that, we can probably guess that this university is in America or maybe Canada, because we also talk about quarters. That is a 25-cent coin. 4 quarters makes $1. We do say 25 cents. Can I borrow 25 cents? I want to make a phone call or something like that. We should also talk about the other ones. We have 10 cents, that's a dime. That's another name for that. 5 cents would be a nickel. And 1 cent, very tiny, not much money, but that would also be a penny. Although I think they're getting rid of pennies soon.
That's always been kind of the thinking. Who knows if it will really
pennies
happen.
aren't really useful anyways. It's such a small amount of money, kind of like a 1 NT coin. But a quarter is useful, and if you need to wash your clothes, I guess you'll put a lot of quarters in, and you do kind of a chunk kind of noise like a gachapon, and then suddenly the machine will work, and in 20 or 30 minutes your clothes will be clean. So quarters, we're talking about those, and yes, Christina, well, she's a little short. She might have $5 or $10 or even $100 in her pocket, but she doesn't have these coins that she needs to work the machines. I don't have any of those, she says.
Yes.
Or maybe not asking for, but where do I get quarters?
Just confused a little bit. But again, luckily, Tiffany has already scoped out the laundry room.
Cool.
She knows what's going on. So she says, don't worry, there's a change machine in the laundry room too. So this is a change machine. A change machine is something you've probably seen, again, if you have gone to any of those claw game places. You'll put in 100 NT and out will come 10 NT, 10 NT, 10 NT. That would be called a change machine. And change, this type of change is just the coin, the coin dollar amounts or the money amounts that you might have in a country. So again, you have paper money, and that we don't usually call that change, but the coins are called change. You might also hear this word connected to money, where if you pay for something and then they give you your change back, that's also the money that has kind of been exchanged. You paid with this much, but it was more than you needed, so you got change back. So you can see this in kind of 2 different ways. One, I want change because I want a whole bunch of coins, or I need my change because I paid too much, so you need to pay me back the difference of my bill and the total bill. And that would also be change.
So metal money, coins, that kind of thing. Especially here, yes, if you do have paper money, sometimes these machines, as you know, with phones or machines where you try to buy a drink, it doesn't like the paper money. It likes the little metal money. So get yourself some change. If you have enough change, you will be ready to operate the machine and wash your clothes. Good news.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 basement basement 名词地下室 The basement is cold and dark 地下室又冷又暗下一个单字 quarter quarter 名词25美分硬币 Ivy put a quarter into the vending machine Ivy 投了一枚25美分硬币到自动贩卖机里 Vending machine 就是自动贩卖机下一个单字 change change 名词零钱 My mom gave me some change for the bus 我妈妈给了我一些零钱搭公车文法的部分刚刚提到了这个短语 run on 借由什么的运作 run 在这里是一个不及物动词意思是运行运转我们来看看这个例句 This car runs on electricity 这辆车靠电力运作Electricity 就是电力。以上是今天的讲解，同学们要记得复习哦。
Okay, guys, that's all the time we have. Well, Christina and Tiffany are settling in. Pretty soon, their clothes will be clean and they'll be ready to go out and really check out the new university. So join us tomorrow for more freshman fun as we will see you back here. Until then, all the best, take care, and bye-bye. Christina is talking to Tiffany in their dorm room.
Hi, I'm Christina. You must be my new roommate, Tiffany.
Hi, Christina. How do you like ABC Hall?
It's a bit confusing. I kept getting lost when I was moving in.
No way. Me too. However, I think I got the hang of it now.
Great. So you can tell me where the laundry room is.
It's in the basement, and the machines run on quarters.
Quarters? I don't have any of those.
Don't worry. There's a change machine in the laundry room too.
我们来复习一下这一课的重点单字跟文法。单字的部分 ，hall 名词学生宿舍 ，basement 名词地下室 ，quarter 名词25美分硬币 ，change 名词零钱 ，dorm 名词宿舍，它是 dormitory 的口语用法。接着我们来看文法的部分 ，get lost 迷路。We took a wrong turn and got lost. 我们转错弯，然后迷路了。Get the hang of something. 掌握某事物的要领技巧。Luke finally got the hang of his new job. Luke 终于抓到新工作的诀窍了。Run on 借由什么来运作。What kind of gas does your car run on? 你的汽车是加哪一种汽油？好啦，以上是今天的重点单字跟文法，那我们下次再见喽，拜拜。
Oh, Karen, I finally finished watching the latest K-drama about space travel. The ending was mind-blowing.
Oh, really? I'm only halfway through.
Well, you're in for a ride. In the end, the protagonist defeats her enemy and actually finds out that he's...
No, stop! You're giving me spoilers. I want to find out on my own.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ruin it for you.
That's okay. Just no more, please.
Okay. You have to keep watching.
Okay, I will, but don't tell me anymore.
Hello everyone, today we're talking about the term spoiler.
Right. Spoilers refer to the disclosure of key plot points or elements of a movie, book, or other story, which can ruin the enjoyment for those who have not yet experienced it.
The term comes from the verb to spoil, which means to ruin or diminish the enjoyment of something.
Some people can be very serious about spoilers. You'll often hear them say, no spoilers, or please don't spoil the movie for me.
So if you're discussing a story or a movie and you're about to reveal a key plot, it's best to warn others by saying, spoiler alert.
A few example sentences are, she got really mad because someone posted a spoiler about the latest episode on social media. Or, I stopped reading the review because it was full of spoilers.
Terrible. And that's it for our lesson today. Remember, don't give spoilers without an alert.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.